Look how fun this is. I just had that hat. I would look like the One Piece guy. Maybe some other people will make this mistake and this will prevent them from making that mistake. Hello, it is so lovely to see you here. In today's video, we'll be talking about the clothing rental subscription service, BNTO, or is it BNTO? We're just gonna call it BNTO because it's just easier, it rolls off the tongue. In this video, we'll be talking about the clothing selection, the renting and returning process, and since this is my 4th clothing rental subscription service, where does this rank amongst the others? And if this was not for me, who do I think the target audience is? On this channel, we have covered Nuuly, which actually Nuuly has its own standalone video because I did Nuuly plus the Nuuly thrift and kind of did a review on it. And then I also have a video where I compared Nuuly, Fashion Pass, and Rent the Runway and how they rank amongst each other. And during that video, BNTO was on my radar, but I opted not to do it because I just felt like the clothing selection was just not for me.
Why are you dressed like that?
It's for a much younger audience. And so the original plan for this video was I was going to review BNTO while also having a Gen Z friend pick out my clothes. But after I had signed up for BNTO, she kind of got busy and was able to do it. So, I mean, life happens, I get it. The subscription fee for BNTO is $98 a month, but your first month you do get $30 off. So the first month is $68. Every month you do get a $20 bonus credit. We'll put a pin in this because we're gonna come back to this later. And then for every review you get paid. So for a review, you get 50 cents. And then if you add a picture to the review, you get another 50 cents. So you have an opportunity to like make $1 for each review. The renting process is par for course. You pick out the items, they ship it. When you're ready to return, you say you're gonna return it. They already have a pre-printed return label inside the package that you get, and then you drop it off at a UPS. If you have an ongoing subscription, they will not ship out your next month's until you return the one that you currently have, which most of the companies do. The only one that doesn't is Rent the Runway. Rent the Runway, you put in an order and they'll ship it out, and then they give you a time that you need to return the items you have. And usually you only have like 1 day where you don't have any clothes. The one thing that frustrated me about the clothes picking experience is they have this thing called a premium fee for things that were higher price, maybe takes more effort to clean, or they also did have some vintage items. They have a premium fee that you have to pay on top of the monthly fee. But if you were to purchase the item, the fee goes towards the price of the purchase. So it's kind of like a deposit, but if you don't purchase it, you're just kind of out that fee. I wish they would just do like tiers of membership. Like I think Rent the Runway has like 3 tiers, and the highest tier kind of opens everything up so you don't have to like pay an extra. So I think that would have been nice because I was getting so frustrated. I didn't want to pay an extra fee. So I would see something I finally liked, go into it to add to my BNTO, and then it would say, oh, you have to pay an extra $40 if you want this in your shipment. Before we go any further, let's showcase the clothes that I rented. I'm just gonna combine the first and second month's footages together. So if you're someone that just wants to skip this portion and go to like the nitty gritty of this video, I'll put a timestamp right here so you can skip the trying on portion. All right, we've got the little BNTO. It's so cute. I think this is probably the cutest bag of all the other ones. It's kind of like Nuuly, but Nuuly's is so big. And this one's just like perfect if you even wanted to just take this for like a weekend trip and have all your new clothes in there. But yeah, my favorite part. Let's try on some clothes. Okay, first we got this one. Look how fun this is. Just flamenco. Yeah, super cute. I got this because I'm doing brunch this weekend and I thought this was a very cute brunch outfit. And then this one's like even still new with tags. So guess I'm the first to break this in. All right, we got another new with tags. I don't know where I would wear this. This was kind of just like, I need to figure out a 6th item, and so this is what I chose. But it's so cute. Like, look how good it fits on the bodice. This is so cute. And then we have some tops. So we have this cute little peplum. I really love peplum tops, but I don't want to buy them because I've already been through it. I went through the peplum top in like, you know, in the early 2000s, and that went out of style, and then now they're back again. And I love them, but I know that they're gonna go out of style again. So it is nice to rent things that you particularly like, but know you've already seen the fashion cycle and know it's just a matter of time before you won't be able to wear it without looking out of fashion again. Okay, the way that there is this like lace, it kind of looks like my nipple is showing, but I promise you I'm wearing covers, so there is nothing showing. And I feel like I look like the One Piece guy, kind of. I just had that hat. I would look like the One Piece guy. But I just, yeah, I want to just try this. Oh, look, there's a tie. This feels a little tight, but I think that's how it's supposed to be. It's supposed to look like, I don't know. Maybe I'm not gonna wear this one. I don't know where I would wear this one. Definitely, I think this one I should have sized up. I got a small in this. I'm not typically a sweater vest person, but I really liked this color, which is why I got it. I get a lot of tops because it's just for like YouTube, for like my thumbnail and like my talking points. I just like to have, like, wear something different all the time. So you guys can see, when you see the thumbnail, even if it looks kind of similar to like a different video, you're like, oh, well, she wasn't wearing that in the last thumbnail. Or maybe no one thinks about that too much. Oh, and hey, look, another peplum top. I told you, I just love these. I think they're so, I don't think peplum top should ever go out of style because it's just perfect. You know, it's tight around here, gives nice little airiness. And then it's good for like, I think my insecurities of like just having like more thigh, more hip. So it kind of masks that area, and then everything else is like exposed. So before we go into second month, I have to apologize. I put the microphone inside the clothes. You're gonna hear a lot of rustling of the mic and the clothing rubbing together. So I'm really sorry. I'm gonna try to muffle it as much as I can, but I did talk a lot of the times where I was like, you know, feeling the fabric. So apologies in advance. Okay, we got our second bento. This is, I don't know, this look cuter on the model because when it's like this, I feel like it's like pregnant. It'd be like a very trendy pregnancy top. And then these pants I thought were cute because of the drawstring, but they're a little bit less denim-y and more like elastic, or probably like, yeah, like probably elastic. So let's try more. Okay, here's another one. I took this down, but then it kind of defeats the purpose or the look of this cutout. So, but I don't know if I like how high the neck goes. I had a hard time finding stuff for this box. A lot of things that I wanted that I actually thought were cute were sold out. So this is kind of like what was available to me when it was time for me to get a box. Okay, this I probably will wear with like a bodysuit under. I don't have one on now, so I'm not gonna undo it. But this is, I don't know, I just thought it was like a cute, funky printed cardigan. I will say a lot of the things that I've ordered from Bento have been new with tags. This is one of them. The maroon shirt was one of them. So we'll say that, but I don't know. I don't know if that's like a good thing or a bad thing. Maybe I'm picking the stuff that like no one wants to wear, because Bento is probably more for like Gen Z and I'm millennial and I'm picking like the millennial items. But this is another one. This one I was kind of excited to get because I thought it was really cute. It's very me, like just knit, cut out. Very cute, like little keyhole detail. I like the cuff. Yeah, not bad. All right, one more. So this is the funkiest one, I think, but I'm not like, sorry, excuse the bra, but I wouldn't wear it like this. I would wear it with like a black dress and then have this kind of be like the accent. But I thought this was really like an interesting vibe. I have a brunch coming up with my friends Leah and Leslie. So I thought this was, ouch, something is stabbing me. Thought this would be a good one to wear Ow. Okay, yeah, there is a pin. Okay. And the other ones I got because I thought it would be a good thumbnail like shirt. So in the end, clothing selection is not for me. And I'm not saying that in a negative way because obviously I did find some great pieces. Like I really love that Mo Maya dress and the Saray baby doll top. Like that month I lived in that top. I wore it so many times. But as I mentioned, I think bento is geared more towards that like young, trendy, Gen Z girly, and I'm just like elder millennial. There were other things that I did like that I wish I would have gotten, but they were out of stock when it's time for me to fill up my box. They're not an outlier in this because every single one of these subscription services, there were things that I really wanted that were out of stock. Like Rent the Runway in the summer is really, really hard to have something you like in stock, but it just makes sense because if you like it, I'm sure hundreds, if not thousands of people like it too. Now, that bonus credit. I maybe didn't quite understand, or maybe it wasn't as clear to me because when I signed up for bento, I did it on the mobile and not the website, because on the website there is a very clear line on what the bonus credit is for, but I was under the impression that the bonus credit was to go towards the next month's monthly fee. It is not. It is meant to go towards any of the premium fee, or if you were to purchase something, it would go towards that fee. So I did 2 months because I thought I was gonna get that premium fee towards the monthly membership. And if I had known, I probably wouldn't have done a second month. Maybe I just am not very good at reading, but I just want to put this in here just because I want to lay everything out on the table, and maybe some other people will make this mistake and this will prevent them from making that mistake. Now, where do I put bento amongst the other three? I think it's really hard to rank because I think every single subscription service has their target market, and I see the value for that target market. Like Fashion Pass is like Instagram baddie, tropical vacation. Nuuly is like me, like millennial, kind of that like free people aesthetic. And then Rent the Runway is also for people like me who are trying to recover from being like a fast fashion addict and kind of move away from that free people and more of like a tailored look. I don't necessarily think everything in Rent the Runway is anti-fast fashion. Maybe it is. I'm not quite sure like if there's a hard line on what dictates fast fashion, but I did notice less polyester. The fabrics just felt so nice. Everything felt well tailored. Even when things felt worn, it still had the structure. And with bento, I think if you are fashion forward young adults, you will find plenty of things on bento to wear. So I don't really want to rank them against each other because it's kind of comparing apples to oranges, but I did enjoy my experience with bento other than that little like mishap with the bonus credit. They also have an AI stylist, which in hindsight, I should have done that for my second month, but didn't think about it. But yeah, that is my thoughts on bento. I love doing clothing subscription rentals. I got an email from Rent the Runway saying like, oh, if you have like this many followers on this and this platform, you can maybe become like a Rent the Runway ambassador. And though I didn't meet the metrics of what they were asking, I still submitted myself because I want to rent clothes. I love fashion. I know fashion is cyclical, and I think this is a great way to stay trendy without contributing to landfill. I mean, maybe it does contribute to landfill in some way. I don't think there is a perfect solution to the amount of like fabric trash we have on this world. But this has kept me from just buying something cheap and then it losing like the structure and integrity, and then I just have to like toss it. And since both of my kids are boys, it's not like I'm holding on to anything to like pass on to them. But yeah, that is it for this video. If you made it this far, thank you so much for watching. If you're new here, it would mean so much if you were to like, comment, subscribe, and hit that notification button. And I will see you on the next one. Bye.